Ladies and gentlemen, the simple reality for Bitcoin is that we cannot see sideways price action for much longer. And this is especially ringing true because we have new patterns forming. We have triangle formations on the price chart, we have triangle formations on the RSI, and we have indicators such as the Pi cycle indicator, the bull market support band, a 13-year long ascending support line, yes, 13 years long, all ensuring that this price region will not be held for much longer. We have to move either up or down, right? Very, very shortly. To make matters even more intense, CPI, which is the inflation data in the United States, is coming out literally today within a few hours of me releasing this video. So this is a very intense time for the market. Bitcoin is at a crossroads here. It needs to make a move. That's the simple reality. Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the content today, as usual, actually, not as usual. This is fresh here. We've got the Bitcoin exchange. This is a new exchange. I'm advertising on this YouTube channel. Never advertised it before. It's a global non-KYC exchange, very similar to BingX in that regard, but it's low key. It's fresh. There's no locational restrictions like are coming up on BingX at the moment. So if you're looking for a new exchange, perhaps this will suit your needs. If not, you can stick to the usual BitGet or BingX. I've got all three of those exchanges linked down below with my referral links. My referral links, of course, offering exclusive discounts and rewards. Use those links, ensure you're on a good exchange, and ensure you're helping the channel as well. Guys, without further ado, let's get into the content. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to keep it short and sweet today. I don't need to waste your time. I've got very, very, very important information to get out, but I don't need to spend long times doing it. I know people are busy. CPI is coming very soon. Let's get into it straight away. Right, 12-hourly chart is the important chart to look at Bitcoin on. Why is that? Why is that? Well, it's very simple. Because if we're looking at the RSI, we're looking at where trend lines have formed on the RSI as of recent months. It's always been on the 12-hourly chart. We had multiple different triangular formations forming on this 12-hourly RSI chart. I just drew in two separate lines, both of which, when we saw a breakdown, led to major drops. One of those breakdowns led to a drop from around 72K down to 59K. The second breakdown led to a drop from around 67K all the way down to 57K. Fact of the matter is, the 12-hourly chart RSI lines have been respected over the last 3 months, and they will most likely continue to be respected. This is why it's very interesting that we've got a triangular formation forming here on the 12-hourly chart RSI, and why it's very, very important to look extremely closely at what this formation is telling us. Guys, we have a descending resistance line and an ascending support line on the 12-hourly chart RSI forming a triangle that is coming to an apex on around the 18th of May, which is in just 3 days from now, meaning that within 3 days, we will see a breakout either to the upside or the downside of that triangle formation on the 12-hourly chart RSI. Now, what's happening for the next 3 days? Not much other than CPI. When is CPI? CPI is today, meaning it's pretty likely we actually see a breakout of this triangle today or maybe tomorrow after the effect of CPI is settled in. So I'm expecting this 12-hour triangle to break to the upside or the downside either today or tomorrow, and the direction of that break is going to be very, very important because we have triangles on the price chart as well. Okay, look, the price chart triangles stem from the same date that the RSI triangle stems from on both the downside and on the upside wick. What does that tell us? It tells us that the price chart triangle is connected to the RSI triangle, and it tells us that whichever triangle breaks first, the other triangle will follow that break, right? So for example, if the RSI triangle breaks first to the upside, the price triangle is very, very likely to break to the upside. If the RSI triangle breaks to the downside, the price triangle is very, very likely to break to the downside. So this RSI triangle is going to determine where Bitcoin moves, right? This RSI triangle breaking up will lead to a Bitcoin break upwards and securing Bitcoin a bounce from this dangerous price region. And this triangle breaking down will ensure that Bitcoin is going to go down and retest its support once more, which could be potentially fatal because we know damn well at this point that if Bitcoin drops below that 57K level, it's not quite game over, but it's very, very dangerous, right? I'll tell you right now, and I've said it before and I say it again in previous videos, right? If Bitcoin loses 57K, I'm going to de-risk from the market, right? Look, I can't really make bold claims right now as in, oh, the bull market's over if we lose that level, but it's going to be a very, very major degree of damage. I do not want to see Bitcoin going below 57K. Now, why do I say that? I didn't just pick a random number and say it. No, I'm saying it for a very good reason, right? 57K is where the Pi cycle indicators center lines are. right? The lines right here on the screen are in green and yellow. Those are the center lines of the price cycle indicator. What you'll notice is that in every single bull market, we have held onto these lines until the top has been triggered, okay? We held onto those lines for support in 2020, 2021. We held onto those lines throughout the entirety of the 2017 bull market until the top was actually triggered by the price cycle indicator. And a very similar situation here in 2013 as well. The fact of the matter is these lines have acted as major support, particularly in the run-up to a bull market or the run-up in a bull market. Like 2017 is a great example. Look at those yellow and green lines just holding support the entire time. Now, a similar story is actually the bull market support band. Again, in 2017, they held throughout the entire time. We know bull market support band's important. If you've watched any Benjamin Cohen video in the last 3 years, he talks about it, right? So bull market support band's also very important. And again, where is the bull market support band? Guys, just like the price cycle center lines, it's at 57K. What else is at 57K? Well, there's a massive horizontal support level there from the volume profile, as you can see on the right-hand side of the screen. There's also a 13-year long support line. I didn't just say that, that wasn't a misspeak. 13 years, right? From 2011, we draw it right through. Where does it go? Right? It goes right here and it sits right there. That's at 57K. So I'm not making up the number 57K when I talk about it. 57K really is important. So just now that we've established that, we can go back to these shorter term charts. Drop my pen there. The triangles are very important here, okay? If we break down from the RSI triangle of a 12-hourly chart, okay, we will go down and retest 57K. Now we could bounce from that region. We could see a double bottom, but that will be nail biting, right? That will be very scary. What we want to be seeing is this triangle on the RSI, 12-hour RSI, break to the upside, and the price triangle break to the upside as well. And we want to see a retest and claim of 69K. Once we claim 69K, we're out of danger and we're ready to continue the bull market's to new all-time highs. That's the simple reality, okay? Now, why am I making this video today? Well, first of all, the formations are coming to a close very shortly, but I'm specifically making a video today because we have CPI, right, the US inflation data coming out in literally 5 hours from the time of filming, probably 3 or 4 hours by the time this video gets out. So what does that do? Well, it leads to volatile price action, okay? We look at the last 2 times CPI's occurred. We've got the 12th of March. We go back to the 12th of March. What happened there? Let's see, 12th of March was this big candle right here with a long wick to the downside, right? It recently, after that, we saw the top of this move and we started doing this random price action we've been seeing ever since, right? So that's one example of CPI doing a massive, deal of, not damage, but massive effect in the price action. We've also got another example here more recently in the 10th of March. When was the 10th of March? 10th of March was over... 10th of April is over here. Okay, a big wick to the downside, followed by a move to the upside. Within days, we were going downwards, right? Point of the matter is, CPI, it's very well known to have a short-term volatile effect in the price action, and we don't really have much room for volatility right now. We are very much compressed very tightly in this specific price region. So any sort of volatility will trigger a breakout. And a breakout, as we just discussed, will be very major in determining where the next move in this entire structure will be. Will it be upside, and will we get safety, or will it be downside, and will we have to bite our nails for next week while we wait to see what 57 does, right? Very important time in the next 24 hours, 48 hours here. Even making it more important, we can bring up Gaussian channel. Gaussian channel is showing us a picture that has already been painted via the triangles, right? The Gaussian channel center line is compressing Bitcoin even closer to those support levels. It has to bounce or it has to drop. Now, what do I think? I think we'll see a bounce, personally. I'm still leaning towards a bounce. I think 57K will hold. I think all the macro data suggests that 57K will hold. If 57K doesn't hold, okay, for me personally, that would be an indicator that the regular Bitcoin cyclical structure is broken and we'll be entering a very weird and unknown market environment for Bitcoin. Based on all the historical analysis that I see, all the structural trends that I see, 57K really is the lifeline here. So it's kind of hard to make any logical case to bet against 57K. You can be cautious. You don't have to be jumping into longs or anything. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that right now, what does the data suggest? The historical data suggests that level will hold and we will enter a bull market in which we see new all-time highs. That's what the historical data suggests. So either the historical data has to break or we have to continue following it. That's the game, right? And in my opinion, the trend is your friend until it ends. Now, there's lots of nuances involved in this. I did a video a few days ago on the 4-year cycle and how the 4-year cycle might not hold strictly, but we still can see a bull market in a conventional sense without the 4-year cycle playing out perfectly. You can watch that video I posted a few days ago. It's got 4-year cycle in the title, so go ahead and take a look. But this is an incredibly interesting time in the market here, and I'm going to be very interested to see what CPI does and how the price moves in relation to these triangles. I'll keep you guys updated. If you appreciate the content, thank you so much for watching. First and foremost, leave a like, comment, subscribe. But furthermore, if you appreciate the content, again, check out the exchanges here, including the new exchange. The referral links are down below. Also, go ahead and check out the VIP group on Telegram. Guys, on Telegram VIP, we trade altcoins. We post 3 to 4, maybe 5 sometimes, altcoin trading plans per week. Those trading plans with direct buying signals, take profit zones, stop loss zones, they have a 77.51% win rate over the course of 18 months, which is exceptionally good. And you can check out those win rates, those wins, those losses in the PDF document, fully transparent information. We also finally have the Crypto Academy Become a Trader course. If you want to learn how to trade, this is where you can do it. Get education on how to trade in time for the bull market so you can take full advantage of it. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.